Yo, good evening, buds. This is Team Blue Falcon TCG, coming at you with the Spright deck profile, aka the second best deck in the format. We all know Flu's the best deck, not tier. Anyways, yep. So went to YCS Pasadena, took a little bit of break from recording and doing some streaming stuff. Visit family, enjoy my time off. But yeah, Pasadena was great. Had no idea how the format was going to be. I knew it was going to be tier 0 because Ishizu is disgusting. So I only have table time on Spright. Took it. I went X4. So not super good, but since I don't have locals anymore, it's been the most consistent game I've played, and I really do love a tier 0 format. It is fantastic. My whole sideboard is basically just me anti-tier, and then respect some back row decks. So decks like Flu, some random spot removal, thinking about actually maining Regeki, well, sideboarding Regeki, and then some random back row hate to respect the Labyrinth and the Flu matchups, or any of the other like miscellaneous decks that do put up an like layer disruptions, even tier. However, I think the deck performed great. We did someone who was piloting ended up topping. It was super great. It wasn't 100% top cut tier, but over 80% of it was. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the list. Go a little combo at the end. But yeah, this is pretty much what I'll be taking with to the remote YCS in December and both the online regionals. All right, let's get right into the main deck monsters. Good old meat and potatoes of this deck. So we're gonna start off with the Spright package. Playing 1 red and 1 carrot. At one point, I was playing 2 red, 1 carrot. It was another way to just have a Smasher's target, another level 2. In general, just a way to have more negates, more interruptions. We're playing the standard 3 jet and the standard 3 blue. There's really no explanations in the golden ratio of sprites. We are on the Nimble package, so we are playing 3 Flinker Beavers. Don't know how you say it in German. But we're playing 3 Beavers, and we're playing 2 Angler. We're playing the 3 Swap Frogs. I do bounce around between playing 2, and then instead of the 3rd, using it as like another utility level 2, like Imperia, Cap Shell, or even Wind Up Kitten. Wind Up Kitten does come up, and the list I did play at YCS Pasadena, I was mainboarding the Wind Up Kitten, and it's great in a tier because then you can just bounce their stuff away. They have no response to it. So that's it for our level 2 package. So pretty standard across the board unless you're playing Evil Twin or Melfi, any of the level 2 decks. Or try Spright. I don't think it has any real power in this format. So we will move over into some of our flex spots, the techie options, if you will. We are playing 3 Finmer. So with it being a tier 0 format, I was thinking about playing 3 Finmer and then taking in and adding 2 Unicorn. Reason why is because Unicorn, as soon as they activate effect, just like Finmer, you can just banish an extra deck piece, like an engine piece down. So they're Kit Kalos or don't know all the names off the top of the head, but in literally any of the tier fusion. So it's like the Unicorn can literally pick apart their extra deck before they can even make a play. And some tier players are only on 1 or 2 Kit Kaloses, and then you can just banish it for freezies. So in the future, it might become a side piece. That way I can swap out the Fenris for the Unicorns, playing into tier, or just playing a larger Kashitira. This Archetypes package, I can't say it. Okay, now the handy traps. We are playing a very large Bystial package. We're playing 2 Sereneers, 3 Drew Swarms, and 3 magma huts. Magnam huts. Okay. Reason why, it's DD card that gives us a body. They are once per turn. You can only use each effect once per turn, but that's irrelevant because tiers only can use each of their effects once per turn. So, opening up 2 Bystial names can make them end on a real rickety board that's just a free break. Yeah, they get to play on my turn too, but the boards they're going to make playing on my turn is not going to be nearly as strong as a full powered board. Plus a Drew Swarm, link it away, and just pop. It's going to be free. We are playing other hand traps. 3 Ash, 3 Imperm. Yeah, the whole, oh, hand traps are bad because what if they get milled? Yeah, what if they get milled, whatever. Imperm is high enough impact that it has ended some tiers boards because they really needed the Merly to mill, or if they activate Happiness, yeah, it's a special. You can act it so because it's a special and mill in the same effect. You can literally end their ability to play on your turn, and then since we were playing tactics, we can just steal things from their hand or their field, and it's great. Plus, we know there's plenty of rogue players in the beginning tables, and we don't want to be completely unprepared. A lot of these rogue decks do die to 1 hand trap, so we play them. 2 tactics. So I did cut prosperities for the tactics. I felt that was a more appropriate play. I don't like digging and like banishing 3 to 6 of my extra deck pieces since it's a combo deck, and I want to make sure I have as much utility as possible. We're on double smashers because this shit is busted. I mean, this stuff is busted. If one gets milled, more than likely they're going to assume that I'm not playing 2. So this is super free. I was thinking about playing 1 smashers, 1 gamma burst, or 1 smashers and 1 double cross. But through testing consistently, I think the double smashers is my favorite. I might be moving into the over it as a gamma burst because I want to be able to push game and not have to give my opponent a second turn. So there's no crackback with gamma burst because with the board you're making, you're going to put around 55 to 6,000 damage. And with gamma burst is a guaranteed OTK. And then we're playing the best starter, Spright starter. No explanations, right there. It is bonkers. This deck is insane. It makes boards from nothing. Before everybody gets their knickers in a twist, I know you should play Dark, but playing Nightmare Phoenix to force some of any of the back row, it's great. Also, plays around goes in. So that's awesome. 1 IP, 1 Sprint. 2 Elf, 1 Unicorn. That's it for the link packages. We were playing Avermax. I found myself really not going into it. I think Unicorn is just more high impact. It's still 2200, so it's not as big as Avermax, but a spin away is still fine. And then going second, I can make Unicorn and then send an Angler. Angler's effect procs, that's full combo, and then I can crack the game from there. For the Exceeds, we are playing double Gigantic, which is standard. But totally awesome because it is super cool. 1 Mannequin Cat because our sideboard we do want to be able to turbo into Dean of Anubis, Chaos Hunter, Thunder King, anything that gives us those power 1-0s in that sideboard to just guarantee us a free win. 1 Djinn Buster, and then the Zeus package right there. And then one of my favorite little boys, Cat Shark. Making Gigantic 6400 is nuts, and then if you're playing Gamma Burst, you can make it 9600, right? Yeah, go. Gamma Burst will make it 46, and then you can just double with Cat Shark to make it 96. Nuts. 1 card pop. Alright, we're going to explain why starter is the best starter. So one card combo, we open up starter as if we're playing it at 0 interruptions. So activate starter, we're in a special blue. Blue's effect is going to add us jet. So we control level 2, we're in a special jet. Then activate the effect for when it's special summoned to search, we're going to grab our smashers. Here, we're going to link into our Spright Sprend. Yeah, I understand that the combo lines typically do play in the nib, but that's why I usually would search red if I had more extenders, but we're just going to go over just a singular one-card combo. Sprint effect is going to pitch our Angler. Angler's effect is going to give us two beavers. We're going to go Xyz into our Gigantic. Effect Gigantic is going to special swap. Swap's effect will send a swap to grave. Here we'll just go into our elf. We'll go effect elf, giving us toad. Well, swap frog into our totally awesome and a set smashers. So one card combo is going to give us one Omni Negate, can't target with Imperm, Veiler, or anything like that. It's going to give us another monster on board in the standby phase. So we are going to go into the standby. We're going to pull out the other toad. One reason behind this is because it's another body. So it's another card they have to play through. It is a card for any of the other, Spright Red or Carrot to tribute. And it's like I said, it's another body. And with Smashers, we can banish it with Smashers, so we can keep Elf on board. We have the starter for the cost of Smashers. One card combo. Alright, we're going to go over one more combo. It's going to be a 2-carder. It can honestly be any name, any Spright, either Spright Blue or Jet, and starter is going to get you this. Realistically, any Spright plus starter is going to get you similar, if not the same end board. But we're going to go with this right here. We're going to go activate starter, specialing Jet. Jet's effect is going to grab Smashers. Now we'll special blue. Blue's effect will grab us red. So here, I mentioned earlier going into the Spright Sprint play, we're playing in the nib, but now we are not. Go with special red. We're going to link this away and get the best, probably one of the best link 2s in the game right now. Spright Sprint, you guessed it, we're sending Nimble Angler. We're special in the beavers. We're going in the Gigantic. The combo line is the same after this point, but it gives us a little bit more body. Same thing with swap. Effect special swap. Drop the swap. Now, the option here is you can either keep the Gigantic, right? Because you're going to get another level 2 with Toad. So at this point, they can't nib you, literally because Gigantic. So you could link this away. Go into Elf effect, grab the swap. There you go. One more monster on board with just 2 cards. And he had the Smashers. And then standby phase, grab the other swap. Best part about Totally Awesome and Elf, say they have an inherent effect, we'll just use a Luber for an example. They go in normal Luber, attempt to activate the effect. You can go with activate the effect, Totally Awesome, tributing itself for cost. If the opponent doesn't have response in chain, you can go effect Elf, targeting Toad in the same chain. Elf will resolve, Toad will special, you set the Luber. Yes, you do miss the option to add a card, so sometimes it's better to not jump the gun. But you're guaranteed 2 Omni Negates in that aspect, so they're gonna miss 2 things. Still can't target it because of the that, and then you still have the Smasher. So you're gonna be able to negate one more effect, and you have a 3200 beater, a guaranteed banish away with the swap and the Smashers. and then they crack back on their turn with whatever they have. So yeah, that's about it. You know, check me out when I stream. We are prepping at least twice a week on Twitch, either playing Dueling Nexus or Omega. Sometimes we'll get on Dueling Book depending on how interactive I'm feeling. But we're just testing. We're testing Spright, and we'll be testing some. I would consider some relevant rogue decks into the meta. But yeah, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of the list and what you think can be better with it. And you know, I'll keep y'all posted with how I do in next month regionals and YCS. Remember, y'all aren't bad. You just gotta shuffle better. Y'all have a good rest of your day.